So that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer yesterday was peak. It was amazing. If you have not seen my reaction or my breakdown, you gotta go check that video out. But yeah, like it was crazy. Like everybody was losing their minds. They made the animatronics right. It was peak. But they also did a panel for Five Nights at Freddy's after like they dropped the trailer. Now I've seen a couple of things, like how somebody might be Henry in the movie, but I didn't see everything, so I'm gonna go over what Johnny Blocks tweeted and see what I missed. So I'm just starting from the very bottom. Johnny Blocks says the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 San Diego ComicCon panel starts in 30 minutes. So Jason Blum is discussing it. Let's see if he's mentioned anything that sounds sus.
Hi everybody, I am on my way to Comic-Con. It's very exciting. I'm in the bowels of the convention center, and
why you gotta say bowels? Why don't you just say bottom?
I'm about to discuss Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I can't wait.
Okay. I'm really interested to see what else he said, because from what I heard that I can't say the person's name. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I've seen there's gonna probably be Henry in the movie, but probably is a definite 100% just because of the wording. And now my memory's jogging. I've seen something else too. I think I've seen Jason Blum say, like, if there's enough interest, they'll do Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And let's be so damn real. If there was a lot of interest and they made more money than they put into the first movie, so of course there's going to be interest there. They're definitely going to do Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Come on now. All right, so apparently this is when the thing started. Emma Tammy and Jason Blum are on stage for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Emma confirms there are more than 3 times the amount of animatronics in the new film. 3 times the amount of the animatronics. So we got the withered animatronics. We got the whole set. And plus Golden Freddy. We got Springtrap appearing unwithered, and I think he's going to appear in Springtrap too, maybe once. No, I feel like they're going to save Springtrap for the next movie. So I think, like, maybe you'll see him in the background this film, but I feel like you'll probably be seeing Afton in the suit in, like, flashbacks, primarily unwithered. And then we got the toy animatronics, and we got Charlie as the marionette. So yeah, there's gonna be like a lot of animatronics here. But it's kind of weird that they kind of stated more than 3 times the amount of animatronics. So I'm wondering what else I'm missing here that they could just sneakily add into the movie. Like, it would be crazy if they, like, had to show Henry. Well, they probably have to show Henry in this movie to, like, set up him and Charlie's, like, characters so everybody knows who they are. So maybe, like, we might see, like, the Trash Gang, Henry's copies of Edwin's animatronics. Like, we might see that. So Josh Hutcherson, Tio Briones, Piper Rubio, and Theodis Crane have been taken to the stage for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So this is, like, the whole lineup that we have for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Apparently everybody seems to be happy with this cast. I honestly only know Piper Rubio from the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I know Josh Hutcherson as PETA from Hunger Games. So I can vouch for Josh and Piper because they were really good actors in the last one. But Tio and Theodis, I don't really know who they are, but I'm assuming after this movie is done, I'm gonna know how good their acting is, and I have full faith in them. Everybody seems to be excited anyway. Also, this is the one called Tio Briones. Tio Briones says his character in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is named Alex, and he's the videographer in the Paranormal Activity Hunters web show. So the VHS, I don't even know why I called it VHS horror in my trailer reaction, because we're actually, like, leaning into 2001, so I think, or like the early 2000s. So I think YouTube's gonna be like a thing. So I can probably just say video, but. Yeah, okay, so Alex is the guy who does the Paranormal Activity stuff in the movie, and he's probably gonna end up dying. He's definitely gonna end up dying, and I like how Johnny actually used the picture from the trailer, because this is him after he got dragged by Mangle, so holy shit. Yeah. I'm still mad at myself for calling it VHS horror, because yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie universe, I think it's like in the early 2000s, bro, that I'm calling myself old on accident. I'm still young. Piper Rubio says Abby is into robotics in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and creates something for her science fair. It's a stand-in for her friends. She has no one to talk to about it, so she has to make it. So yeah, she's gonna get into robotics in this next film, which is which I can definitely see is going to happen, because in the trailer she had like a full model scale that was 1:1 to what she could look like, but it was kind of a see-through thing. So yeah, that's crazy. Her character's probably gonna lock in and create like some sort of Phas taser to zap William Afton in the fucking face in or something later on. I don't know. But I feel like she's gonna lock in crazy in this film. But it also kind of looks like she did something stupid too by going to the location by herself. So I'm still kind of thinking that Afton is gonna abduct her and Michael's gonna have to like sit through the whole shift to try to find her in the building. Yeah. I do hope we now that I'm like thinking about this, I do hope we get to see a lot of paranormal activity when they're like doing the first person recording for the hauntings in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Like I hope we get to see like Charlie trying to haunt them or like trying to make them go away, because I feel like Charlie's not going to kill them. So maybe she'll like do like some paranormal tricks to make them go away. Balloon Boy and the toys are definitely going to do some weird paranormal shit, like watch them or try to kill them. But I do hope we get to see more of like a paranormal scary thing with the animatronics, like I don't know, making shit levitate, throwing chairs at them or something like that. That would be pretty fun. Anyway, Josh Hutcherson on Mike in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Mike and Abby went through a lot. Mike is just wanting to get back to somewhat of a normal life, but that just can't happen in the FNAF world. Mike is in a way trying to fake it till you make it without fully working through all the stuff that happened. Then it happens to him again. Poor Mike. Yeah, poor Mike throughout the Five Nights at Freddy's series, man. He was just trying to do what his father told him, then became a zombie, and then had to go kill his own dad because his dad fucked him over. So, a reasonable crash out, but what a tragic damn backstory. But, yeah, Mike is definitely going to go through it. And if we reach a sister location film, man, for the people who only will watch Five Nights at Freddy's, or for the people who only will consume Five Nights at Freddy's only through the movie content, they are not ready to see what happens to Michael in Sister Location, man. They're not ready to see the scooping scene. They're not ready to see the live adaptation of that hard-ass Night 4 of the Sister Location Springlock suit night. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're not ready to see Night 4 in live action. That shit is traumatizing. But yeah, I feel like Mike's going to definitely go through it in this movie. He's probably going to get like his arm shattered, broken, beaten the hell out of by toy animatronics. But I feel like he will survive this movie. They're going to have to kill him off in the Sister Location movie, though. Skeet Ulrich, that's the person. Skeet Ulrich takes the stage for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So apparently this is the person who was saying that they are a character in the movie that has emotional ties to the whole situation that's going on at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is making me think that that's going to be Henry. And I like this dude. He looks like he got motion, you know. He looked like he rich. So Henry is gonna look rich and like and look like he got motion too. I like that. Henry gonna be a little handsome. I like that. Not just like some weird scraggy looking mechanic dude. Henry gonna have like some nice features on him. That's great. Skeet teases his character. I play somebody with a very particular and specific past and somebody with a very deep emotional tie with what's going on. So yeah, I mean, he's either Henry or he's either a parent that is going through the missing children's incident. And it would be really interesting to see a parent going through the missing children's incident, like kind of join Mike's little clique with Vanessa and Abby, who also have ties to what's going on in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So yeah, I mean, it's either Henry or it's MCI or DCI or whatever you guys call the FNAF 2 set of kids who died parent. But yeah, it's definitely Henry. But if it's the other one, it'll definitely be an interesting take to see how they're gonna spin that. Jason Blum on Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This was the other thing that I said I remember seeing. If enough people go, we'd be very excited to make a Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Like, come on. Y'all are gonna make a Five Nights at Freddy's 3. There's no way y'all are gonna end it off at FNAF 2 and definitely have William Afton standing up as Springtrap and not make the next film. Like, come on now. Who are they fooling, bro? I think Jason Blum just can't say anything because of NDA or something like that, but like they ain't fooling nobody. The NDA is kind of useless. Like we know they're gonna make a third one. They have to finish it. They have to finish the third one. The third one shows the children actually being free. It's basically the climax of the whole Afton saga, kind of technically. No, actually, FNAF 6 is technically the climax of the Afton saga, but how FNAF 3 was presented back in the day, yes, you would have thought that is the climax and ending. But I don't know, because this is the movie universe, so they can easily kind of just fit the kids being free and then Henry getting his get back later on in the film. They might have to like kind of speed the whole FNAF 6 process up to have Henry get his get back, because I don't know if they can really fit the events of FNAF 3, the Phantom animatronics, and then seeing the kids in a flashback go free. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to go about making a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie. They can either just do the events of that game and keep it closed for that game, or they can kind of branch out and also add like different layers to the movie and have Afton get his end by Henry, and we get to see the live action The Darkest Pit of Hell adaptation, so that'd be cool. Emma Temmie says the stakes are much higher in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. There's so much more action with the animatronics. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's really gonna die this time. I think they're just trying to say it to get people hooked on the movie, and that's okay. That's what marketing is for. But I don't really feel like for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 that anybody should be dying. But who knows, man? Who knows? Because this story is completely different from what we've seen in the games. Because clearly right now, in the present day, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is happening. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is supposed to be happening before, like, in the timeline. But they're kind of making it into, like, a present day thing. Like, the kids right now in the universe are withered, presumably because Afton took the parts inside of them and put them in the toy animatronics, while also simultaneously getting his get back for beating their asses for leaving him stranded in that safe room. But yeah, and also their eyes are not red, so I think the kids are going to be fighting the other kids in the toy animatronics. There might be some animatronic fight scenes. Hopefully they don't like make it too corny or something like that. If a fight happens, honestly, I don't even think the Wizards are going to stand a chance, really, because Afton like kind of took very important body parts from the robots from them, so I feel like the toys will overpower them like a lot. So maybe action with the animatronics might just mean that Afton's gonna like have a lot more animatronics trying to attack Mike throughout the night, and that just kind of fits more than an animatronic fight. But if they can do a successful animatronic fight that is more like a tearjerker, I would give them a lot of kudos for that. Because, like, I feel like if they're going to do a fight, it's going to have to be, like, the kids being like, come on, snap out of it. We were just like you guys, too. Like, it's going to have to be something that makes us cry. It can't really just be, like, I don't know, like, Terminator robot fights and shit. That wouldn't really be horror. That would really turn Five Nights at Freddy's 2 into an action movie. A clip of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is currently being shown at ComicCon. Okay. Johnny Blocks apparently probably could not post that because copyright. Okay, he explained the clip. A clip of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was shown at San Diego Comic-Con that featured Freddy Carter's character, an eerie security guard dude, giving a tour to a group of young teens of the spooky animatronic characters in the place. Interesting. So there's a night guard that works for that place, and he's giving the kids a spooky tour. I don't know why part of me wants to say Michael Afton when Michael Afton is technically Mike Schmidt in that universe, but it would be interesting to see an evil version of Michael Afton in the movies, like a Michael Afton that actually wants to help his father out, because giving the kids a spooky tour and he's not dead yet is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like, how did you survive all those 5 nights? Well, then again, we don't know how long he's been a security guard in the movie, but I feel like they're just not going to go over that. I feel like he's just going to appear, and then he's going to tell those people, like, what these animatronics are like and how scary they are, and then everyone's going to die one by one. I don't know. That security guard's giving me sus vibes, and I haven't even seen the clip. So I'm just going to assume it's probably like an evil version of Michael Afton or some evil assistant for William Afton trying to kill those kids. Because he does need an assistant, like how Elizabeth was his assistant. That's just how the timeline should work. Detailed description of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 clip. Okay, so the video crew walks into the restaurant. Freddy Carter's character says, "Welcome to Freddy's." McKenna Grace's character asks if she can record. The security guard is giving them a tour and says that the marionette directed the animatronics. Says that the marionette that directed the animatronics was truly one of a kind. They never made another one. There's a weird doll stuck to the wall. The camera pans past the animatronics under clear tarps. They look brand new. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica Grace's character asks where Foxy is. The guard says Foxy was involved in a failed take apart and put back together experiment, probably Afton's. Grace's character hears, oh wait, no, a failed take apart and put back together experiment. That's Mango's backstory. Like the kids were putting Mango back together and not putting her back together right and shit. Yeah, okay, never mind. Grace's character hears scary children's music on the mic. Fair warning, this place will prey on your imagination if you let it, says the security guard. Shall we continue? Nah, see, this motherfucker is definitely a, like, assistant for Afton. Now, I don't know if it could be his actual son and Vanessa's just not dropping the fact that she has a brother. But, yeah, nah. I'm thinking that this is like somebody who Afton is letting stay alive for a specific reason because they're helping him. This place will let you prey on your this place will prey on your imagination if you let it. Nah, bro has experience there and he's lived. And anybody who's been dealing with killer animatronics is going to be afraid of them. They're not just going to show them around like they're a nice attraction to be around. So nah, that motherfucker is Afton's assistant. Matthew Lillard on why you should support Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Please go check it out, because if you check it out and if it's a hit, they're going to make a third movie and then I get to kill Mike Schmidt. Okay, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he was joking or I don't know if he just dropped some casual lore about the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie, but I feel like if somebody was under NDA, they wouldn't be saying that damn much, especially in a live thing. So that's definitely a joke. That's definitely a joke. I don't know. I think it's a joke, because in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Michael is not dead. Well, I mean, if we're going by how the timeline works, technically he should be a zombie in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 since Sister Location happened before, but Sister Location has not happened yet in this timeline, so I don't know if they're just going to start the movie off in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 by doing Sister Location for a little bit, then skipping to the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 where Afton gets burned in the location, then going to Five Nights at Freddy's 6 where Henry burns him down, but I don't know. I don't know how the hell the third movie is going to work, but I feel like it's going to be crazy and there's going to be a lot of jam-packed lore into there that definitely gets the Henry versus William Afton climax at the end. But I think that is the end of everything that happened in San Diego ComicCon. So if you were interested in what happened, that is everything. Make sure y'all go follow Johnny Blocks, because that's my boy. He just keeps on giving us all the Five Nights at Freddy's information that we need. If you guys want to go follow my Twitter's right here. Let's try to get 10K followers. And I'm going to be posting my DK Bonanza Let's Play throughout the couple of days, because that ending of that game was fucking peak beyond words. Oh my god. Let me know what you guys think about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Are you excited for it? I'll see you guys later. Peace out.